Hello kings and queens, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. In today's video I'm showing you guys how I cook my okra, my fufu okra, white okra. I've got some chili there, boiled ones, and I've got mangi cube there, that's the non-mangi. I've got some onions I've already chopped. I've got my, of course, the okra, fresh okra. I've cut them into 2 days. I'm going to blend them. I've got my seasoning. I like that seasoning, jumbo aroma, all purpose. I've got my meat in there. I've already steamed them. So I've got like pomode. I've got beef. I've got, yeah, I think it's only, yeah, I got pomo and beef and some dry fish over there. So I like this fish, guys. This fish is nice. It's very good when you're cooking this. You can get it from the African stores. It's cheap and it's a stock fish fillet. This is good. And I've got my baking soda. So that's really good for you to have that slippery okra. I've got some onions that I've already chopped and one chili that I'm going to blend together. Don't say, oh, I cook my okra and it does not draw. Then you have the secret to that. The secret to that is just adding some bicarbonate of soda in there. I've got my raw fish, which I've already cleaned and I've put them in the pot. I cut them in two. It's a big one. I cut them in two. I'm going to steam that and remove the bone from them. So I'm going to get on to blending my stuff. I'm going to blend all the okra because I don't have a proper blender. This is a food processor. That's what is good for you to blend all your okra, because you don't want it to blend. You just want it processed. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you don't want it to blend. So that's like the best way you want it to be. So after I blend my chili and my pepper, I blend them first because you don't want to put the okra and then by the time you want to blend the chili and okra, it does not blend. Sometimes some blenders or food processor will not let you blend because the slippery is there. So I'm going to use my spoon, my iron spoon, and gonna get the chili and the pepper that I've already blended. The chili and the onions, sorry, I keep saying pepper. I'm gonna get it out of the bowl and put them in the on top of the other onions I've already blended. You can put it anywhere, to be honest, that you want to put it. So I'm just going to do that and then make sure I blend the okra. So let's get to the blending of the okra. So I added some, I blend the okra into, because obviously the okra is too much. You don't want to put too much, then it's going to be coming off the food processor. You just want to put the one that is going to be enough. The counter is always clean. When I'm cooking, I always make sure I clean my counter before I start cooking. So in case anything fall that I don't want to like leave there or put in the bin, I just end up using them because the counter is well clean. So I'm going to blend that okra. You're going to see the way it's going to blend. It's just going to process. It's not going to be too blend, and that's just what we want. If you're that person that likes chopping, go for it. If you can chop really small, like a slice chop, go for it. Or this makes it easier for you to cook. And I'm like that fast cooker. I hate being in the kitchen for ages or for so long. I hate that. I found out that cooking fast is just helpful because it makes me get on to other stuff that I need to do, and I just go for it. So I got another bowl. I tend to turn the other okra in there and then use the bigger bowl to put my already processed chopped blend okra in there. So it is not a hard process, guys. This is so easy. Don't mind my food processor, it break, but I'm still using it. It does work because that was not meant to come out like that, but it breaks. I don't know how that happened, but I still manage it. It still does the work. So as you can see, the way it looks, that's how we want it. We don't want it to blend and too wateration stuff. We don't want it that way. We just want it a bit, blend, but not too blend. So that's what we want. So I'm gonna get on to the next one and just do it and come show you guys how I start doing my okra. This okra I'm cooking it is a white okra with no oil, no oil at all, no vegetable oil, no palm oil, nothing. It's a white okra. You can eat it with rice, you can eat it with fufu, you can eat it with anything you want to eat with. Don't say it's only for fufus. No, I eat this with different things. I like okra. If you're like me, then you go for anything that you actually like. So the okra that fell on the floor, I just pick it up, rinse it, and add it on there because I needed them. I needed to cook and share this food. So I needed them to be plenty. I don't want them too small. So I'm blending. After I finish blending it, I'm going to transfer the meat in the other pot because that pot is so small. The salad master pot that I normally use to cook when I'm cooking small food. But I like cooking too much of food, guys. You guys that have been here for a long time now knows that I like cooking in big pots and I like cooking too much. So I'm using my hand just to make sure I get all the okra from the blend processor out so that I don't get to wash all my okra away. As I said, I want my okra to be there. I want to cook everything. I want everything to be in my pot. So I'm just going to use my hand to take it out. If you can look keenly, you see that the okra is not even slippery. Like, it's just by the grace of God, or you have to be lucky enough to get like a proper okra that is kind of like a slippery one. I know, like the ones we have in Africa, it's really hard to get that in this country. So bicarbonate of soda, that's where it comes in. You don't have to put too much of it, just a tiny bit. Anyway, when we get there, I'll show you guys how that works, and a little bit you put there, and boom, magic okra, you have your okra, your proper okra. So after I finish that, I'm just going to rinse my hand and then come right over to the meat. I'm going to transfer the meat into the other pot, but before then I'm going to take out the fish that I've already steamed and put it in the bowl so that it will cool down for me to be ready to take it out of the bone later on. So I'm going to turn the meat and is it called chaki? I can't even remember how Nigerians call that thing. That's why I'm going to just turn over the other pot, and as you can see, I'm just showing you guys. I'm the person that I don't know if I know how to show people how to do stuff, so I always make sure I'm like a bit paused. So I'm putting the catfish in there. You know, it's the dry ones in the packet, like the fillet ones are kind of like really strong. So sometimes I just tend to put them first so that when they boil, by the time you finish cooking, it's cooked. But if you don't, it's gonna be really hard. Even though I put them in hot water, this and that, but you still have to uh, put them really quick so that you don't get it really hard when you finish. There are some fish that are soft that you don't need to put first or something like that, but this one you have to put it first because it's not soft. So as you can see, I'm going to add my mango cube in the pot. Yes, okra is not hard to cook. Literally just add everything that you want to add, put them in the pot, let them boil, and then come and add your okra. It's that easy. Someone will be saying, yeah, because you know how to do it, you find it easy. It's easy, guys. It's easy. So I'm literally going to put the mango cube. I had two of that non-mango. The reason why I cooked two of it, it's because I use my seasoning. That seasoning, the all-purpose seasoning, it's just like mango. It tastes so good and it tastes like mango. So when you're using the all-purpose seasoning, you literally don't need all these other mangi. So I'm adding my already onions, and just gonna add the onions in there. I just want to add everything and then let it boil. Already when that boiled already, it looks like a stew. It looked like, yeah, I've got a stew already there. But I wanted to cook okra, so I ended up adding the okra in there. But if you want to cook like just a soup, ordinary stew or whatever, you just stop there and you're gonna eat your food. Oh god. So yeah, I'm just adding the onion in the pot and then mix it. I like mixing, guys. I don't mix too much. Like some certain things I put, I don't mix. But like things like this, I mix them because I wouldn't want to stay long in this kitchen. You get what I mean? Like I don't want to stay long. Like now when I'm covering it, leave it for some minute. When I come back, it has to be an improvement. It has to be A level way. So as you can see, the stew is already stewing without no oil because the fish have got its own natural oil on it. The meats, they have their own oil fat, so you don't need another oil. So I'm just gonna add the okra in the pot. So adding the okra in the pot, I'm gonna mix it. As you can see, the okra is not slippery. It looks like I don't know how to describe it, but it's not slippery. It's just like all over in the pot. But adding that bicarbonate of soda gives you a wow result, guys. Like seriously, I'm not kidding. Just a tiny bit. Don't put too much of your bicarbonate, guys, because that gives you running stomach. Unless you want to be visiting that office fast, don't put too much of it. Just a little bit of bicarbonate of soda, and mix and cover the pot. If the pot is too tight, don't cover it fully because that bicarbonate of soda will go up. It will go up. So what I did, I added the fish that I've already removed from the bone and the chili that I'm going to put in there. So the bulk chili and the fish, I just added them because I don't want to take too long in this kitchen. And there's no point of me waiting and putting them later. That can steam with the okra and stuff. So while I was doing that, I was cooking my fufu. That's cassava dough. I was cooking my cassava dough whilst I was doing that. So I ate my fufu soup with my cassava dough. You don't have to eat it with your cassava dough, but I always do eat it with my cassava dough. So as you can see, I'm done cooking this okra. As you see with the okra.